What's up, everybody? Welcome to
OCDJ
TV. It has been a little while.
Yes, it has.
It's good to be back, though.
It's definitely good to be back. Lots has happened, for sure.
Definitely, we've had a nice little break over the summer holidays. Off Center is rejuvenated for the fall. It is getting colder, but our hearts are still warm. So that's important.
We heard that you missed us too, so that's why we came back here and did this. Notice the background's a little bit different this time too. We kind of flipped it on you guys.
Yeah.
Show you a little bit more of what's happening here at the school. We have an interesting topic today to bring to you guys, and we've been talking about this pretty much a good bit of the summer actually too. It's just been like in circulation.
Yeah.
And that topic is the art of practice lost. Okay, the art of practice lost.
So just to break that down a little bit, the art of practice, though, that involves actually, physically doing something sort of in real time. So we could, frame that by talking about scratching. We could frame that by talking about finger drumming. We could frame that by, creating your own beats versus using pre-made loops, or, chopping up samples into small little bits and pieces that you arrange yourself, as opposed to just ripping off an entire sample and repurposing it, right? So we can talk about it in a lot of different ways, but mainly I think the thing is skills and development of your personal identity versus actually having the technology perform all those things for you. And without getting too preachy about it, right? There's a very important part of expression in music that is apart from technology. Technology obviously, fuels and creates a platform for a lot of creation and expression, but it shouldn't be the other way around. It shouldn't be like, to quote, the great Slow Pitch here. I think one time he said, what was it? It's like, don't let technology is just a tool.
Yes.
Right? Something along those lines. Yeah.
Yes.
I'm horrible at quotes.
That was not bad though.
Yeah, it was alright, right?
It's a tool. It's a tool, and it's important to remember that and not let it just kind of run away with your, imagination. You just kind of lose all those brain functions. Okay. Here's a great example. Let's talk about skateboarding, for example.
In reality.
Okay, this is reality, which is what DJing should still be in reality form.
Yeah, it's a great analogy.
Not virtual. Yeah. So when you want to learn how to skateboard, you gotta fall, you slip, you bleed, you sweat, all those things in order to be great.
Yeah.
Okay, there's no cheat button there. Okay, unless you're playing Tony Hawk, of course.
Holly.
That also took up a good bit of time in the summer as well too.
That's true.
A lot of blisters. But again, that's a perfect example. On here, when we're playing the video game, you can do ollie and all these crazy slides, but it's all on screen with a couple little finger moves or something.
So actually achieving that in reality takes hours and hours and potentially years and years, depending on your skill level, depending on your skill set. And all those things are potentially achievable, assuming that you have, the God-given talent to achieve some of these things, right?
And you're willing to put in time.
And you're willing to put time.
You're willing to put in all that time and patience, And there's a reward at the end of all of that. And that's the great thing too, right? It's like you start off, you're frustrated, you can't get there, you can't get that mix down, but you practice and practice, and then when you get it, the feeling you get from achieving that goal, it's something that you can't. It's hard to describe. Words can't describe. It's a great feeling, right?
And I think maybe as an entry point, what we've noticed is like a lot of people starting off maybe using loops in their production. So I've had a few examples of students come in and be like, yeah, well, I was using GarageBand, and I strung together all the Apple pre-made loops and sort of learned how to arrange things this way and just stringing a bunch of loops together to put a song together, right? And again, I think we have to realize that that's one way of creating, and there's still a form of expression there, but if you really want to get in touch with the depth of your own expression and personality and all these things that are important in any art form, it's about going deeper than just the kind of surface level of technology, right? And again, technology will add all kinds of benefits, like the auto sync button, and DJing is like a huge topic, again, hot topic over the last, whatever, 7 years-ish, 8 years, something like this. But, actually achieving, and we see it over and over again, people coming in and being like, what, I've gone through this, I've done this, technology, but now I actually want to learn how to use the turntables the way that it was originally intended, and actually learn how to beat match for real, right? And there is something really rewarding about that as well, right? So, again, we're not saying like, technology, we love technology. We are tech heads, man, but there's, again, it's about using it to your advantage, not letting it use you.
Exactly. Technology is a great thing. We're not here sitting and hating on technology. We love technology. There's technology all around us here.
Yeah.
We use it in the programs. We do enter a digital world from, an analog world and tie the two together.
Yeah.
But it's that thing. It's just recognizing that it's a tool. Just recognize it's a tool, and you still want to take it and be great. Take it and make something special out of it, not just settle back on, the automatic things.
Yeah.
Try to break free from the automatic for a bit. Go back to it, have a bit of both. That really works too, because the real reason they're made for is to assist in situations, right? So it's okay, sure, auto sync because you want to set up a great move that's coming up, and there's no time to really sit there and do the beat match this time.
Yeah.
So here, let's auto sync it now. Let's take it off for the next round. So just have balance in those things, but always remember that it's really important just to have that that physical, that activity,
that real time
learning, making those mistakes, practicing things over and over and over.
Yeah, and don't be afraid of that. It's just like you're gonna, maybe that's part of the problem. It's just like people wanting to be super good, super fast, right? And it's like, it takes time and work and effort. Otherwise, everyone will just be an amazing DJ, an amazing producer, right? Everyone would be a rock star. It's just like, no, that's not how it works, right?
Exactly.
It's like putting the time and the effort into anything that you do in your life, but specifically, DJing and production.
Mm-hmm.
It takes time, it takes hours to refine that sound, to really kind of, get to the core of it and understand, how to make something original.
Here's a little tip. It helps you to set yourself apart, okay? Practicing, putting that time, you build character over the time. You discover new things. Things that over that course of, however many years of practicing something, you're already ahead of somebody else.
Yeah.
Okay, so it does remove you from the crowd.
Yeah.
If you can kind of stick at something.
Yeah, if everyone's just using the same loops, everyone's gonna sound like each other, right? It's like, yo man, I got that loop bank. Yo man, listen to my loops. It's like, yo, those sound like my loops, man.
Right? You don't want that. So this is an important thing. Talk about it with your friends. What do you have to say about it? Let us know too. Give us some comments down below.
Yeah.
And we're right there. We answer our comments all the time. So talk to us.
Yeah. Welcome back to OCDJ TV. Great to be here. See you next time.